Martin Lewis joins me first, founder of moneysavingexpert.com. Hello, Martin. Good to have you on the programme.
Hi, Sheila.
You were tweeting earlier on about child benefit. You wanted to see some change here and you got it.
Yeah, I was very pleased. I actually spoke to the Chancellor just before the budget. He occasionally talks to a few people under strict embargo and didn't say it in the budget, but he did say it to me. It was the campaign that we'd run that got him to do the change. This has been since 2013.
Yeah.
And look, there has been a huge unfairness, and there still is a huge unfairness in child benefit. And it all boils down to the fact that it's assessed on the highest earner's income. So once you hit £50,000, one earner, you start to effectively lose higher child benefit under what's called the higher income child benefit charge. Once you hit 60,000, you lose it in its entirety. Now, of course, and I read to him a very powerful message when I interviewed him on my TV show about a man whose son had lost his partner. Their total income had dropped, but he had got a pay rise. So he'd lost his partner. They had lower total family income, and yet he was losing child benefit and didn't get the child benefit, which was a gross unfairness. Yeah. So it's the easy example to understand it is you earn 60 grand, you're a single parent, or you're a couple where only one of you works and earns 60,000, you don't get it. Your neighbours both earn £49,900, so nearly 100 grand between them, they do get it. When I interviewed the Chancellor, he admitted, and I pushed him, that was unfair. So what they have announced today, and it was, if you can forgive me, it was literally exactly what I suggested he
Good.
did.
I'm not remotely surprised. I mean, and you and I have spoken about it on and off for years, haven't we? When it was brought in, I'm sure you were on College Green with me at the time, and it needed to change. Yeah.
I think the difference this year, if I can be really honest, is when I had a big sit-down interview for him in January on my show. And I asked, as I always do, I asked the public, what do you want me to ask him? And I was blown away that over a third of the questions, of the thousands of questions, were on the higher income child benefit charge.
That's interesting.
I mean, and I told the Chancellor that. I said, look, you're going into an election. This is actually what profoundly is annoying people in a different proportion to anything else in my mailbag, which is why I led on it in the show and why I've been campaigning on it since. So in practicals, this is what will now happen. First of all, there will be a consultation coming out in 2026 on shifting the assessment to family income from individual income. That is not a quick fix. There are some civil liberty issues about what counts as a family. I should also note, for those who get tax-free childcare, which has a cut-off of a single earner of £100,000, that family income assessment will be looking at changing that system too. The tax-free childcare is where effectively you get 20% of your childcare paid for if you're a working family up to a certain income level. In the meantime, what they're doing is, currently the cut-off is a single earner of £50,000. Well, from the 6th of April, you'll start to lose child benefit at £60,000. Currently, you lose it altogether at 60 grand. From the 6th of April, you will lose it altogether from £80,000. So people earning under 80 grand will still get some form of child benefit. And so what's he effectively done, and this was my suggestion, well, you can't fix it immediately, but you can at least take hundreds of thousands of people out of the regime in the interim, which is a gross unfairness. So I'm pleased with that win. I lost on ISAs, which was my other big call, lifetime ISA changes, which are grossly unfair to young people. Just as we're on, I pushed him on that on the phone this morning, and he said to me he would have liked to do it, but he doesn't want to do it.
Describe that to me. Why are they unfair, and what were you hoping for that you didn't get?
Lifetime ISAs were introduced in 2017, and they're a bonus to first-time buyers of 25%. First-time buyers aged 18 to 39 can open one of 25%. So you can save up to £4 grand a year. You get £1,000 from the state, but only on a property worth under £450,000. The 450 grand has not gone up since 2017, even though house prices have gone up by 30%. So what we found is many people who were rightfully saving for this, for this state money, suddenly find that they can no longer use the lifetime ISA. But the problem with the lifetime ISA is if you take your money out for any other reason than buying a qualifying first-time property or retirement, and of course no one's near that yet because you've got to be under 39 to open it, then you actually have to pay the state an effective penalty of 6.25% of your money. So if you've got a £20,000 saved, you're paying the state over £1,000 to access your own money. Now, my view was that was done to stop people, playing with the system and jamming the system. But if people are buying first-time properties with their money, that's what they were encouraged to put their money in for. So to penalise them was unfair. I was asking him to wipe that penalty. Over 80% of London boroughs, the first-time buyer average property is over £450,000. Quite a long way across the southeast, many people are priced out. Now, what he said to me was he would have liked to change it. I thought you still could have changed it, and I'm still quite disappointed he didn't. He would have liked to change it, but he doesn't want to do first-time buyer and housing projects until they're absolutely sure prices are going up. He would like to do more than just change the penalty. He would like to change the whole lifetime ISA regime. So it didn't happen this time. I am disappointed about that. But for those people who've been, and many people who have a vested interest in this campaign, that many people who've got these lifetime ISAs, that one isn't over. And we will be coming back on that, and I will be continuing to campaign on that.
And the British ISA that was announced, that's a new thing, is it? That doesn't change?
So currently, you can save or invest up to £20,000 a year in an ISA, which is just a tax-free way. It's a tax-free wrapper so that you don't pay capital gains or income tax on the money that's inside an ISA. What you're going to have is you're going to have an extra £5,000 that you can invest, not save. So in British assets, so British type stocks and shares, British investments on top of your 20,000. So it's a ring-fenced extra £5,000. Now that clearly is being done to make sure that some of people's ISA money, and some of the wealthiest people's ISA money, is going into British assets. So there's also British savings bonds, Sheila, which they're launching in April. We've seen this type of things before with the green savings bonds. So basically it's NS&I saying you'll get a 3-year fixed rate on savings and your money will go to help Britain. We don't know quite what that means yet, but they haven't announced the rate, so I haven't got a clue whether its pants are any good, and I won't know until they tell me the rate.
Well, I won't ask you that question in that case. Thank you, Martin. Always good to have you on. Thanks very much indeed. Martin Lewis, founder of MoneySavingExpert.com, talking specifically there about that child benefit change, and I'm sure many of you will want to as well.